Hi guys, welcome to my goat shed life. It's Monday. Yesterday I got home and I was going to give you an update on what I came home to. Haven't been here in like a month. It's been a little over a month. I've been over in New Orleans doing the whimsy thing. Anyway, I'm going to make a video of some of the stuff I found when I got home after a month. Everything has grown up like crazy. So anyway, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. And if you subscribe, be sure to hit that little bell to get notifications. Okay, here we go. So here is the grass. And this is where that tree was cut down. So like there's a log here. So you can't really mow this because there are varying size logs out through here. This is where they cut down that tree. And anyway, the grass is so big, I don't know, hip tall, just about all throughout there. There's actually some lawn chairs up there you can't see. And that blue thing is my swimming pool. I need to get it and get it filled up because it's going to get hot in a bit. So when I came up the front walk to the door over here, this vine, no, I did not put that there. It may be a morning glory, I'm not sure, but it's kind of overtaken the skull. And as you can see out there, the weeds have gone insane. We had this garden completely weeded and cleaned up before we left. And yeah, there's Johnson grass out there that's taller than I am. Also pigweeds, and that's a pigweed. That's what we call it. It's actually an amaranth. It's my understanding that it's edible, but I'm out. The tomatoes have gone nuts. My friend apparently harvested a few and then decided she was done. This is actually a squash plant that needs some water. My peanuts are over here somewhere. Amaranth. They've got stickers on them. They're mean. And there's somehow weirdly, intermittently, there are okra plants. I don't know why they didn't get planted in a row. These are peanuts. I'm gonna have to look up and see when you're supposed to actually harvest them. But I'm kind of excited to see how that turns out. And yeah, I mean, this stuff is just way overgrown everywhere. I've got some slicing tomatoes over here that have kind of gone nuts. They were tied up. It looks like they came loose and decided to crawl across the garden. There are tomatoes on here too. Some of them have cracks in them from not being watered properly. This is what happens when you run off and leave your garden. So this monster here is actually, oh, there's a tomato. These are little yellow tomatoes growing here. And then this is that cantaloupe melon plant that I planted. And if you look right there real careful, you can see that there's actually one hanging from the trellis. I picked one yesterday. I also found one that was rotting. And there are several more growing that aren't, they turn a kind of a golden yellow color. Anyway, and there's the asparagus, which also has gone nuts and married the cantaloupe. So yeah, there's some work to do, no doubt. And I've got some, these are bell peppers, and then the jalapeno peppers. Some of them have burned up. These need to be harvested. It's loaded down. We should be able to make some pepper sauce with that. Anyway, kind of crazy how quickly this stuff can grow up. My onions totally disappeared, and then here's the potato bed, which no longer has potatoes in it. Yeah, there's the bottom of it. Anyway, just a little bit of an update. This is where my path was, but it's all grown up. And yeah, there's definitely some work to do. I think the swimming pool should go first. Anyway, okay, see y'all. So we started the cleanup. The first thing I did was came over here and threw down my, it's like 8 foot across. It's gonna have grass floating all in it. I was warned. Excuse me. That's okay. I've got a net. Anyway, I'm gonna see what I can do to harvest some of these tomatoes. This is kind of insane. That's what happens when you leave your garden alone for a month. These are sauce tomatoes. I need to figure out what to do with them. And then, sorry, I hope I didn't make you dizzy. Over there are a bunch of beefsteak tomatoes. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to harvest some jalapeno peppers also. I was wrong about this. This is not squash. This is actually a ginormous radish. Hi, Novi. Hey. Novi's glad to be back to the goat shed, I can tell you. So this is what my garden did while I was away. That one's kind of pretty. These are like supposed to be a beefsteak tomato, and then these are a sauce tomato, San Marzanos. And I mean, that's a lot of tomatoes. This came off of only 2 plants. So, crazy stuff. Somewhere out there, there are actually some cherry tomatoes. There's some that I dug up. I ate some this morning. And here's a variety of tomatoes that, yes, they're ripe. That's what they look like. They're yellow. Actually, I had thought they might be a little bigger than that. But, anyway, my garden has a life of its own, apparently. Oh, by the way, there are 2 basic types of tomatoes, not varieties. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of varieties. There are the determinate and indeterminate. And the indeterminate tomato continues to make foliage and plant growth while at the same time producing fruit. Basically, a determinate tomato is like a market tomato, and what they'll do is or some people up in the north will grow them because they have such a short growing season. And what it is they make this bushy little plant, and then they stop basically making foliage and produce fruit, and the fruit's basically already at the same time. So that's the difference between determinate and indeterminate. I thought you guys might like to know. So that's what I got for today. If you haven't, please subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, a like. Also, let me add that with my garden, I don't use I use only organic products as much as I possibly can. So imagine the yield if I had used commercial fertilizer. I don't judge people for what they do or what they use. This just happens to be my choice, and it doesn't have anything to do with my eating habits, I assure you, because I'll eat the cake in a New York minute. Sorry guys, I'm sweaty. It's sweaty outside today. Anyway, that's just a choice that I've made, is not to use any inorganic chemicals or for pesticides or fertilizers. So anyway, that's what I got, and I'm glad to be back home in my sweet little goat shed, and I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do with these tomatoes.